What's up, boys? We back with some more viewer builds. This time I have a request to do one weapon with the favorite overclock, which is the plus 100% damage and reload speed, but all of your other weapons have minus 30% damage and reload speed, and then 3 weapons with the sidearm overclock, which is plus 25% to everything, but minus 25% damage to that weapon. So I'm going to need a lot of weapon levels here and a lot of overclocks. And he originally requested it on the Tinkerer Engineer, but for one, the Engineer doesn't even have any weapons that can get the favorite, and I think they only have one that can get the sidearms, so that's not doable. I think only the Weapon Specialist Gunner can pull it off since he starts with a favorite weapon, the Leadstorm, and then with the Projectile Tag you get access to at least 3 of the sidearm weapons. The Scout does have a decent number of them, but I think since the Zukov doesn't have the sidearm overclock anymore, like it did in the demo, I don't think it's doable there. Let's grab the damage there. So I'm going to have basically one damage weapon in the Leadstorm with a bunch of support utility weapons. And I'm only really going to be able to attack from the front, which is pretty awkward. And I'm not even sure if the Leadstorm is that great of a weapon, but I guess we'll see here with so many things buffing it. See if I can get a bit more gold to help out with rerolls here. Let's see, none of these have sidearm. I think it's mostly just light weapons. So here we go, Stubby has it, and it has the electrical debuff, which should be pretty helpful.
Full of energy, just like me.
Some of the other ones I remember are the Burst Fire, which Gunner already has, and the Subata, which the basic Driller has. And you could potentially convert that to Acid as well for some damage buffing. Pretty early, so let's grab some XP there. See if I can swing over to the supply pod now. Pretty hard to damage elites with the Leadstorm early on. We've got Pickled Nitra, and the other ones are pretty underwhelming, so I probably have to take that here. Not a big fan of losing all the movement speed early on. Grab the Stubby level there. Reload and fire rate are the main stats I'm looking on it to just apply debuffs more often. See if we can get back over to the bottom right where there is a bunch of area to explore. Grab the levels on the minigun whenever possible. It's going to be pretty hard to damage these guys much, so I'm going to get whatever I can whenever I can. At least the Stubby actually seems to be doing a decent amount of damage right now. We've got fire rate for the Leadstorm into an overclock here. Oh my god, these are both terrible. Oh man, that's so annoying. This is just straight up bad for me. This just does almost nothing. And I'm going to be getting kinetic upgrades once I get the Subata or the Burst Fire. Oh man, that's so bad. I guess I have to salvage this. Guess I'm trying fire. Whatever.
You ugly son of a bitch.
I guess fire could help a little bit right now, and the early game is a bit rough. We've got a damage level there. So the Leadstorm actually has the piercing shots upgrade, so that's basically required for any gun that has it to even be functional, which is kind of dumb. We've got fire rate reload. Try the fire rate there for the stubby.
Move it, miner. The bugs are gunning for you.
See if I can finish that one off, get a bit of XP there. We've got pretty big crit chance there. That's probably the best one.
Yeah, now we're talking.
The global upgrades aren't as useful for a build like this because you're basically comparing what they do to one gun versus just upgrades on that one gun. So like a green plus 15% damage could potentially be better than a blue or purple global upgrade.
Come and get me, you think.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
We've got a big fire rate there, that's pretty nice. Getting really slow though. Got fire rate, mining speed. This is probably the best, but I'm gonna need a lot of weapon levels here, so I'm just going there to be safe on the build.
Time's ticking, miner.
Don't think I can be too risky here, so let's head in. None of these have the sidearm. This does have it, and is kinetic, so I would have had kinetic upgrades here.
Fine piece of kit.
Stage 1 completed. Well done. Taking you to stage 2.
So none of these are amazingly useful. Let's see if we've got any nitrous stuff.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
These are both helpful. I do like green upgrades for them since that's close to as efficient as you can get other than really big paint jobs. And I guess a little bit of crit damage here.
Go with this.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Danger and
So I think I will just take the huge upgrade there.
the stuff of legend.
If I can't get the piercing shots on the lead storm, the build is probably going to be really bad, which is just not a good feeling for the game, in my opinion. Where you have these required overclocks that you have a kind of low chance of getting, it seems like, a lot of the time. They should probably just buff the base piercing that weapons have, and then slightly nerf the amount that you get from certain overclocks so that it doesn't feel as mandatory.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up. We have a supply pod prepped for you. We need the
So I'm going to need to build up some gold for when I hit level 25 so I can re-roll into the burst fire or something else. Not sure if there's any others left on this class mod. We've got damage there, seems like the best here.
Stronger.
The fire conversion actually did give a decent increase to my early damage. Even though I'm not scaling the status effects, it will give me a little bit here. It just won't scale very well later on. That is a lot of rocks for me to mine out with no mining speed here.
Bring the fight.
See if I can drag those guys through some of the rocks and then come back a bit later for that. God, there's just so much unavoidable damage sometimes.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm
Get a
is
bit of
approaching.
healing over there. Use that guy to mine out the red sugar.
Die. Take that.
Reload speed. I could really use the mining speed, but I need so many weapon levels. I just probably need to grab this. Since the overclock isn't guaranteed or anything, I need to get level 12 on some of these support weapons, and then I need 18, probably higher, just to have enough damage on the lead storm. So you're looking at like 20 plus on one weapon and then 6 to 12 on every other weapon with no default bonuses to them, so quite a few levels I need overall. Let's actually pull some of those guys into that.
We got a launch. Supplies inbound.
Get a bit of XP there. None of these seem super useful, just grab a bit of scaling crit there. I do have double scaling nitro, which is kind of cool. I will take a purple that applies to everything over a white level though. See if I can get some early damage on those guys. Kind of hard with the lead storm.
Hello and good boy.
Got damage there, not super useful, just grab the second one there. And I didn't get piercing shots, so I'm just screwed again. Like, my build is just going to be completely awful. It's such a bad feeling. Please make piercing shots not a mandatory overclock. We've got a level there for the lead storm. Try and get whatever damage I can since it's pretty hard.
Wrap it up soon. It's all over, Miner.
Kind of awkward with just a front-facing gun. I seriously can't pick that XP up when he died right next to me. So these are going to be pretty similar eventually, and this will help me push the overclocks here.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
We've got a big fire rate there. That's not bad. So do I have sidearm? Yes. That's what I'm looking for on all of the support weapons here. And then if I get that one to 12, I can look for the acid conversion to ramp up some damage amplify on enemies as well. None of these are super useful. Bit of crit is fine. I don't think I can go for the XP up there because these guys are a huge swarm pushing each other closer to me. So they might block off the drop pod there.
When you make it back. If you make it back.
Big reload speed there is pretty nice. Reload on that is not bad. Bit of crit. And I'll probably just save the rest for now, with no nitro to go with it.
Load up and get going, Miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
I'm getting too old for this shit. New bug pop. I found a gold vein.
It's just so hard to mine with only a front-facing weapon. But like I said, I think this is the only way you can do one favorite and 3 sidearm. So we've got a reroll into a weapon here. None of those have it. The burst fire does have it. That will unlock kinetic with that, which I do not want. But I think I actually did need the early power from the fire conversion and the free damage over time effect anyways, because I am kind of struggling, especially with no piercing shots.
We got too much clutter for the supply pod to land. Do something.
See if I can swing over there, and hopefully enough of them have left the area now. It's feeling pretty hard to mine with this build.
LC prepped. Supply pod incoming.
Nice shot!
We've got nothing good here. I do kind of like the red sugar.
You don't
Give
see
some
these
ramping
every day.
HP across the
Swarm
run.
detected. Bug up and get ready.
There's just so much stuff, I can't go anywhere. Armor's okay, light reload is bad. I have the sidearm on that, but the acid conversion would be decently helpful.
Gorgeous gun for a gorgeous dwarf.
See if I can find some red sugar somewhere to get my HP ramping a bit.
Well done, you got them all. Swarm detected. Get ready, they'll be with you shortly.
I just can't go anywhere, and I can't kill anything without piercing shots. And I just randomly take 61 damage without even getting hit. I don't think I can go over there because I'm gonna get trapped. So I need to ignore the sugar and nitro over there. Magnet dropped right on top of me. Crit chance is okay. We've got some lead storm there, sure. Reload speed. Let's look for some weapon levels here. Fire rate or crit damage. I might need a lot of levels there, but that's a pretty big upgrade.
Oh, this is it.
Let's get some damage on those guys. The detonators aren't going off. I can't damage anything because I don't have piercing shots.
Dwarves don't die easily. Alien. Oh. Oh. Eat blood.
Try and get all the damage I can because it is so hard to kill stuff here.
You need to move it. The bugs are evolving.
Luck. Getting kind of late. Probably take the level there. That's one away from an overclock.
Survivor.
Fire rate is a pretty good stat for it to help apply debuffs. Got fire rate there, sure.
Pretty sweet. Die, monster! Ah!
God, the detonators should not randomly damage you when they miss you.
Speed it up, miner.
Got reload on the stubby into an overclock there. So we've got a second sidearm now.
Bugs.
I just took like over 100 damage without even getting hit, man.
Eat it! Suck on this, you freaking nature!
You need to move it. The bugs are evolving.
I can't move it. I can't damage anything. You didn't give me the required overclock. And I'm taking so much damage without being hit.
Crawl back to hell! You want some more?
I don't think I can go for that XP. We've got the
The drop pod is not
unstable there. And then the favorite is the one I'm looking for on that, to make one weapon extremely strong. I'm not even sure if it will let me go to the drop pod, man. Like, look at this, I can't do anything. What is this game design? I've got a big level on the burst fire here. Like, I literally can't play the game. There's nothing I can do.
The drop pod will head out momentarily.
Wow, thank you. Great game design.
I love them.
Just an entire wall that you literally cannot move through because for some reason the game doesn't want to give me an overclock that's required to even play the game. Why? What's up, boys? Gonna try the viewer build one more time with the one favorite weapon plus 3 sidearms, but it's starting to get pretty frustrating since if you don't get the piercing shots, you're just guaranteed to lose, it seems like, which I don't find to be very good game design. At least increase the chance of getting an upgrade if you're going to require it to even play the game. But enough about that, into the build. Trying to get 3 light weapons here with the sidearm upgrade to buff all of my damage, but reduce that weapon, and get the favorite on one weapon to make that one stronger, but my other weapons weaker. So 1 big weapon, 3 support weapons. Hopefully I can grab some gold since I will need a lot of that, and I can only really fire through the front due to the lead storm being my main weapon, so pretty awkward. Got some gold here to get some rerolls in.
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
Got damage there, but global upgrades aren't super useful, so I'm just gonna grab the level here and get level 12 ASOP to see whether or not I lose the run or not. Try to come back a bit later for that, it seems like. See if I can find some more gold somewhere. We've got reload speed there, which is pretty good. The base reload speed on the lead storm is extremely slow, so helpful wherever you can get some of that. See if I can maybe finish that now. Magnet there, if I can save that for a bit later. We've got a level there. We've got Nitra, gold damage. I'll take the early Nitra there to help out with some weapon levels. Need a lot of levels for this build. We've got the Stubby, which does have sidearm. Fire rate there is decent. I think I do like the Stubby as my first weapon added in the best, since it has the upgrade and it also has the electrical debuff, increasing your crit and doing a little bit of damage. We've got reload, fire rate, probably grab the fire rate for the main weapon there. And fire rate reload speed is pretty good, but I still don't have piercing shots, so I think I'm just cursed and not going to be able to do this run. Stay away from the magnet for now. Remember, that's towards the bottom left for later on. See if I can find a safer spot to get some of the Morkite. I'm pretty close on that. See if I can lure those guys away from the choke so I can sneak out. We've got a big reload speed there. Definitely take that to help apply status ailments. Try and get some damage on these guys since it's pretty hard to hit them without piercing shots. Hopefully I have enough time to finish this off. Just barely got it, but I'm kind of in a bad spot now. Probably take a hit from one of the small guys here.
Found some nitra.
We've got reload, take the lead storm upgrade there.
The bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner. Get the lead out.
I mean, I'm trying to storm the lead out, but this is kind of a bad early weapon.
Oh, I needed that.
See if I can get some detonators. I don't think I can get close enough to those. There's just so many enemies blocking the way, and I can't hit anything, man. I set that guy off safely, and they just push him into me for some reason.
Give it to me.
And then those ones just aren't detonating for some reason.
The time is up, Crave.
We've got fire rate damage. Let's grab the damage there.
Makes my whole life better.
I know you can run into fire rate issues with the lead storm if you get it too high.
You can't see my scanner, but I advise that you move, miner.
Got a full clip now, go for a little bit of damage on those guys. Looks like I'm getting cut off from the top, so I have to go down here. Got pretty big fire rate, sure.
Legendary upgrade. How can I not?
Got a full clip here, so hopefully I can push through there. Try and get some damage on them, but it's just so hard to damage them, man. Probably gonna grab the magnet here so I can get enough damage to hopefully beat this level. Got armor, probably grab the level on the lead storm. If I can get piercing shots, maybe I'll be able to do this. We do not have anything that can get the upgrade there. The Cibada can. We've got reload, fire rate. I'm gonna take the stubby fire rate there.
They're everywhere. Move out, miner.
I need to reload there, so can't really stop there. It's just so hard to get damage on them, man. We've got fire rate there, damage there. I need to see if I get the overclock. And I just lose! Like, what is this game design? Like, why make it like this? If I keep it kinetic, I can get kinetic upgrades there, so I'll salvage and see what I get there. God, that feels so bad, man.
The bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner. Get the lead out.
Like, I just don't see what they gain from designing it like that. Why make it so important to have one upgrade? You hit 4 enemies or you hit 21 enemies, but you're not even guaranteed to get the upgrade. I just don't see why you would have it like that. We have lead storm, Cibada, take the bigger one there. Try and get some detonators on them. I can't go anywhere near that XP because there's so many enemies that I can't even interact with them. We got a lead storm there. I can't stay any longer.
Short work of stage 1. Well done, miner.
Got a big fire rate, which is cool for the build. Kinetic damage might be better, but this kind of works with the passive, and it also works on all of the weapons. I have a bit of nitro to spend, so look for some rerolls, I suppose. 3 levels is actually pretty nice. I can't get that with it. Huh, what do I want here? 3 levels. It's higher rarity, I suppose I'll go there.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Let's get the job done.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Loot bug, open!
We got too much clutter for the supply pod to land. Do something.
If I can pull those guys through the Morkite, they might finish it. But I need to come back a bit later now. I just have 0 AoE damage because the game arbitrarily decided that I can't win.
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a loot bug.
Got Leadstorm there, sure.
It's calling to me. Bring it, Becker!
Magnet right on top of me, can't avoid that. Got Leadstorm there, sure. One more for the Unstable there. Which might actually be a downgrade now since I can't get piercing shots.
Big swarm detected.
And weakening my other weapons might not be a good idea. See what we got in the supply pod now.
Supply pod launched. Impact imminent.
Heads up!
We got pickled or squinties. I'll take the crit bonuses.
Vision. Yeah! Feeling much better now.
Got Leadstorm into the Unstable there.
This works.
So that's the Unstable he wants for this one, making this one much stronger, but the other weapon's quite a bit weaker.
I'm clocking it to 11.
It will help the reload speed at least, since I believe it starts at 6 seconds, so 1.05 is pretty good on that. It just won't help that much since I can't hit anything.
One down.
Need to get some damage on those guys wherever I can.
Oh, I got it.
Got 2 levels there. That's pretty good for looking for
Now it's
overclocks.
my favorite color.
The last weapon I need is, I think, the Burst Fire, which Gunner has naturally. See if I can get some gold there. I'm 2 levels away from my next weapon.
They're everywhere. Move out, miner. Get it over with.
Oh wow, I didn't even have the Morkite. Oops. Was just so annoyed at not getting piercing shots, I wasn't really focusing. See, this is where I would farm XP, if I could farm XP.
It's all over, miner.
Your history.
We've got fire rate there, not super necessary, just grab the epic there that applies to everything. I can't hit anything.
The bugs are going insane.
Try and get some damage in. We have the burst fire, so technically I can get the build now, but I'm about to die, so I don't know about that. Can probably finish the Morkite here.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
See if I can get some more damage on the elite. Really hard to do.
You need to move it. The bunks are evolving.
At least they mined out some gold for me up here. Got fire rate for the Subata, one more level, and I can try the overclock there. I need to get all the damage on this guy I can because I can't clear anything out, and they're ramping up a lot. It doesn't look like I can actually get to the drop pod here with how they are positioned currently. So I might just be dead here. I definitely have to take some hits. And I just can't even play the game because I didn't get an overclock for 3 games in a row. Which, I'm sorry I'm frustrated for, but that's just bad game design. I did what I could and it just doesn't seem feasible here, so sorry. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.